Today you dealt very lengthily on the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno.
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. And in the course of your testimony, you dealt on a lot of alleged infirmities or irregularities in the matter of issuing the restraining order involved in the case decided by them.
Yes, sir. Not just the issuance, but also the legal status or efficacy of the TRO.
And will you be kind enough, with the permission of the Honorable Court, to kindly state again those infirmities that you found in the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno?
Yes, sir. But in doing so, can I also have the copies of the resolution, of the dissenting opinions?
You may refer to the dissenting opinion.
I beg your indulgence, it might be a little lengthy, and I thank you for your question, sir, to provide me or give me an opportunity to further expound on what I was talking about yesterday. Clearly, the November 15 TRO was conditional because there were 3 conditions stated therein. So at the time that it was issued, that was before 6 o'clock in the evening of November 15, there has been no compliance yet. Not even with respect to the payment of the bond and even with respect to the appointment of legal representative with the corresponding SPA. But it was issued even before that. Clearly conditional TRO. But it was made to appear that it was already immediately executory. And that is why in the evening of the same day, the former president wanted to leave. So it was announced by the spokesperson that there is this TRO, the former president could already leave. Now,
that's one.
That's one.
All right. The second one is?
Because the spokesperson had the apparent authority from the Chief Justice to already announce those things. The next...
No, but I'm referring, with your permission, Madam Secretary, I was referring to the alleged infirmity or irregularity that you pick up from the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Sereno.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just laying down this thing so that it will be clearer. November 18, they met again. Now, remember, November 18 is a Friday, or was a Friday, and they don't ordinarily hold a hearing or a session. But it was called precisely to tackle the matter about the non-implementation of the TRO, because since the TRO was not honored by us on account of the reasons that I stated yesterday, the no formal notice yet as of November 15 and no compliance yet with the 3 conditions. They had to tackle that immediately on November 18, and there was this special session on a Friday. Now, it would appear, Your Honors, from the letter of Justice Carpio to the Chief Justice that the very important points discussed on November 18 were never reflected in the November 18 resolution, which was also immediately released on the same day. And that is why there wasn't again announcement that the former president would be leaving, would try to leave again the country.
No, may I interrupt you, Madam Secretary?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am only asking you about the various enumerations that you stated you found in the dissenting opinion of Justice Sereno. I am not asking for an explanation, Your Honor.
May I beg your indulgence, sir, and Your Honor, that for a clearer picture, I need to say first this, to narrate first these things.
But the picture is very clear to us. All we wanted to know is what are those alleged infirmities that you found based on the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno. We will ask you about your explanation and probably about your justification if we need it. But in the meanwhile, we are limiting ourselves to the infirmities alleged infirmities and irregularities, which you said you found in the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno. One of them is, as you mentioned, there was a TRO issued even.
This is a conditional TRO, but it was made to appear that it could already be implemented on November 15.
The second one is?
The second one is the exact voting and the matters voted upon on November 18 were not duly reflected in November 18.
And the third one is?
The third is they wanted to issue, well, because of that, Justice Carpio asked for a clarificatory resolution in order to clarify the November 18 resolution, because it was never stated in the November 18 resolution that there was no compliance yet of the conditions, and that it is not deemed, so it is deemed suspended until compliance with the condition.
No, with your permission, I'm not referring to the dissenting opinion of Justice Carpio. I'm limiting myself to the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno. So the third one is?
Let me just answer you, sir. That matter was reflected in the dissenting opinion of Justice Sereno. In fact, Justice Sereno quoted verbatim the letter of Justice Carpio.
So that's the third one.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other infirmity that you discovered upon a perusal of the dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno?
Yes, sir. The supposed clarificatory resolution of November 18, the clarificatory of November 22, as assigned to Justice Velasco for the drafting. And again, Justice Carpio noted that instead of clarifying the exact voting and matters voted upon on November 18, it only served to compound the error because the Chief Justice produced his own version of the November 22 clarificatory resolution, which did not reflect the correct voting.
Be that as it may, Madam Secretary, are there other observations that you discovered in that alleged dissenting opinion of the Honorable Justice Sereno?
Yes, sir. The attempt to suppress, or the suppression, in fact, of the December 2 dissenting opinion of Justice Sereno.
I see. And what else? If there are any, nothing more?
There are more.
All right.
If only I have the opportunity to really explain.
You're not
everything.
prepared to deal with them as of today?
I can deal with them.
Please do so, with the permission of the Honorable Judge.
Proceed, Madam Secretary.
Well, as I was saying,
Mr. President,
Yes.
may I request that the witness be given a couple of minutes to go over the thick dissenting opinion to which the distinguished defense counsel refers and on which the defense counsel bases his question.
I'll have no objection, Your Honor, if a request to that effect is made, Your Honor. But I was on the assumption that the brilliant Secretary of Justice, Your Honor, is very much in a position to go ahead or proceed with her testimony.
The Madam Secretary will request it. I will give her all the time.
Thank you, Mr. President.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
How many minutes do you need to?
2 minutes, Your Honor.
You have 5 minutes.
Thank you.
Trial suspended for 5 minutes.